I'd like to start this video off with giving a special fuck you to Nick Babin.
Sure. You know, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing when people paying you not to play. Battery might be
First night in New Orleans, we just kind of dicked around. We went to a bar called Lafitte's Blacksmith Shop, named after the pirate. What'd you order again? The sassafras?
Yeah, sassafras.
The oldest cocktail in the oldest bar in America. Later that night, we went to my favorite bar, which was the Dungeon. It's literally in an alley. So easy to miss. The next morning, we attempted to take a streetcar. It was a fucking disaster. By the time we ended up getting where we wanted to go, we basically could have just walked from our Airbnb and gotten there quicker.
What do you think about New Orleans so far? Scary? How's it scary?
Because there's ghosts everywhere. We finally did get where we were going though, the Museum of Death. My favorite piece in there was this picture of a man in a bathtub who blew his head off with a shotgun, and the frame around the picture said, "All because two people fell in love." I ended up asking the guys about that worked there what the story was, and they said that somebody just ended up sending them that picture, and then a couple weeks later somebody donated them that frame, and they said, "Fuck it." We ended up going on a ghost tour. Are you ready to be sucked up? Same. The next day, we ended up eating at this amazing breakfast place called Elizabeth's. That's what Zach did, Daddy.
We're gonna bust the windows out.
No
we're
way.
Gonna put pictures in there, right?
Did you just think of that?
Pictures of like me and you, and we're gonna hang it up.
Did you just come up with that original idea all by yourself right now?
Yeah, we'll like hang it up above the couch.
Special shout out to Andrew Ken. It always amazes me how smart doctors were, but also how stupid they were, because they literally would rub shit in open wounds and say, if that don't cure ya, nothing will. A while ago, me and Dillon found an old abandoned house in the woods, and we found a lot of old medicines and ointments dated back to the 60s. We ended up taking some just because the bottles look cool, and we ended up giving one of the bottles to the lady that worked there. So if you see a little bottle and it says Mr. Branch on it, that's from me and Dillon. If you've never heard of the case of Zach and Addie, it's a story about these two 20-something-year-olds that fell in love. If you know where the Omni Royal Hotel is in the French Quarters, you've probably heard about this man who jumped to his death from the top of the building. When the cops came and searched his body, they found a note in his pocket where he had confessed to murdering his girlfriend, and it gave the address that they lived at. When the cops went into the apartment, in the oven, they found her head in a pot, along with her feet and hands in the oven. In the fridge and the freezer, they found more parts of her body. As they continued through the tiny apartment, they came to the bathroom. It was covered in blood. They soon came to realize that Zach had dismembered Addie in the bathtub piece by piece. The second room in their apartment, as far as I know, nothing tragic happened in it. It's more known as a little boy's room. He's said to live in the little crawl space area in the back corner. People will leave him toys and other offerings to play with. So now, knowing everything that you know about the apartment, we did the next obvious thing that comes to mind. We had a Ouija board session. We asked the hard-hitting questions that you're dying to know.
Zach or Addie, are you here? What is my name?
Is sex good at least? That's official, ghosts don't exist.